Yo, what's up everyone? Bill here of Classic Rock and Metal Review. Welcome to another edition of the Horror Express. Going to give you guys, pass along some info. There's a ton of great stuff coming on the big screen in the next like 6 weeks or so. Going to give you all those dates. Going to tell you how, basically I started following this because I missed something earlier, a couple things actually earlier this year. And I'm not going to let that happen again. I'll tell you how you can make sure you catch everything in your area. If you guys can like and subscribe, that would be great. All right, man. So basically, The Thing from '82 and Dawn of the Dead from '78, they've been my two favorite movies forever. And The Thing actually got a redistribution, a limited time in showing in the big, on the big screen earlier this year, just a couple months ago, really. Was totally unaware, totally missed it. Sucks. I was already scheduled to work when I found out about it, so couldn't do shit about it, which sucks. So I kind of wanted to make sure it doesn't happen again, and I'm just going to pass along that to you guys. First, I'm going to get on this list of what's coming, man. There's a whole slew of great horror stuff coming out on a big screen, a couple of music things. I'll tell you, man, if you haven't been to the movies much, and not that many of us are still big on that anymore, I gotta tell you, if you can catch something that you like there, absolutely do it. That's the one thing I will go out of my way to do, is like check out a concert in the theater, classic movie, some new stuff, here and there. But and a lot of great old stuff is coming out, and more than I realized. Basically, there's Fathom events to put on special events. Somehow they become the coordinator of these things. Seem to be AMC theaters up where I used to live. Down locally, I've got Regal theaters. So Fathom, I don't know if they have an app. They have a website you can check out. But my local theater actually puts on way more special events than Fathom events does, which was kind of totally surprised me. And I check in there every 3 or 4 days, and there's usually something else coming out that wasn't there 3 or 4 days earlier. So I have a Regal app on my phone. I'm going to be passing along info that has to do with Regal and Fathom. So all I can do is tell you it's out there. Check your local theater out. Check Fathom out. See where it's playing near you guys. But there's some great horror stuff coming out. Now, first of all, I missed, I wanted to do this video 2 weeks ago. I would have told you about the Jaws original that was in IMAX and 3D in the theaters. I missed it myself. I did get to see the standard edition about 5 years ago on the big screen. It was great. Absolutely recommend trying to check that out. I'm sure it'll come back at some point, but sorry about that. A little slow on the draw. So coming up soon, I am going to check this one out. Poltergeist, the original movie. I think that's 81, 82. That original's coming out, 2D standard, September 25th, and then again on the 28th for me locally. I'm going to probably try to check that one out. October 1st, you got a double feature, The Mummy from 1932 and Bride of Frankenstein from 35. Another 2D, like I said, double feature, both movies for one price. That looks pretty awesome. I don't know if I can make it to that one because it's only one date and one time. And kind of got something to do butted right up against it. But man, that would be great because I don't think I've ever saw the entire The Mummy or Bride of Frankenstein. There's kind of things I would see in pieces growing up. When my dad controlled the TV. So anyway, that would be great. If I can swing it, I will. The original Halloween from 1978 is coming back out. Another standard edition. That is October 7th through the 13th. There's 3 or 4 dates in there. So obviously got to go try to see that one. I haven't seen the original in a long time. And then right after it, you got on the 9th and 10th, Scream 2. I'm not a huge fan of Scream, but they're decent movies. I don't know if I'm going to go see this one because I saw it once and I don't know. 25th anniversary, 2D standard version. 2 dates for that back to back, 9th and the 10th of October. Then we're moving on to the 29th. There's another Creature double feature. If anyone remembers that local segment in Philly area. That was a classic. They're playing Creature from the Black Lagoon and bundled with Phantom of the Opera. Phantom of the Opera from 1943. Creature from the Black Lagoon is, I think, 54, I want to say. Another, 3 hours worth of movies for one price. 2D versions, obviously. And then, of course, the biggie! Dawn of the Dead in 3D. Now there was, I think it was the premiere of this earlier this year in New York. Another one that I found out about, too late to do anything about. So hence this show, hopefully helping other people prevent that from happening. It's the original 1978 Dawn of the Dead, transformed into 3D, or transferred into 3D. 4 nights in a row, October 28th through Halloween. At least locally for me, there's 2 showings each day. I think a 6 o'clock and a 9:30. I've already got tickets for 2 of them. I'm going to try to go to all 4. Got to admit it. I mean, you know, just the fact that it's on the big screen in the first place, and then you got 3D on top of it. Try and go up there and buy a poster. Probably isn't even a poster hanging there. But nevertheless, so that's it for the horror, man. But look at all this stuff that's coming out in the next like 5 weeks alone, right? So you got to just get on your app, get the app of your local theater and check their stuff out. I used to think Fathom was the only one responsible for these events. Not the case, obviously. Most of these actually are just Regal produced, you know, features. Now, there's a couple of music-related things coming in the big screen too. The Story of Anvil is a 1-day only thing. Locally for me, that's on September 27th. Now, I rented it and saw that movie, you know, when it came out. It's definitely worth watching once. I don't think I need to make a trip to the theater to watch it again. Maybe game time decision, you know, have to really be pretty bored though. But it is great. You have to see it once. And if you haven't seen it yet, definitely check it out. Anvil's a great band. The movie's awesome. And then I'm looking forward to this one. Now, this is 2 different dates for me anyway. The Grateful Dead live in Copenhagen, 1972. That looks like an awesome concert. I mean, that's pretty much, I've had people that are more into the Dead than me tell me that that's like sort of their golden era for concerts, 70 to 72. So, you know, you're not going to go wrong there. I'm going to probably definitely check one of those out. November 1st and then November 5th, I want to say. 100-minute concert. You know, I guess that's probably half of the show, right? So that's it, guys. If you can like and subscribe, you know, we're usually a music channel. I'm going to be putting out a bunch of music videos in the next few days and catching up on sort of a backlog of things I've been listening to and wanting to review. So we're usually music. We're usually collector's items, concert reviews. Like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. All right, guys. Good to see you again. Later.